Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, come to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High and His Heavenly Son. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh, the Holy Father, His Son, and the Holy Spirit that the Lord has blessed us to have to come into the understanding of the truth. That so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites by blood. All right? All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, Free Millstone, the GMS. Honors to all Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh Yahushai in truth and sincerity. In the spirit of defense and defending the gospel, all right, especially against people who come attack our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and the speckled bird scattered abroad that looks like any nation now. We being the true Israelites by blood, I'm going to start off with the scripture, Deuteronomy 28. Matter of fact, before I'm going to read what I just had, just because I have it, Jeremiah 14:2. Judah, where to get the word Jew from, mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the city of Jerusalem is going up. This denotes that the so-called Judites, all right, which is Yahawadiah, all right, or Yahawadayam, from the word Yahawada, which means from Judah, all right, mourneth, their gates, their cities, they languish. They look like ghettos. And if you go into the definition of ghetto, it's the place where Jews reside. So why do they call that so-called? Why do they call that so-called Negroes? Right? I mean, right? Well, why the so-called Negroes live in the ghettos, but then you go into the word ghettos, and there's places where Jews reside, right? Because we are the original Jews. Okay. And they are blackened to the ground. You go dig up the dirt, it's going to be what? Dark brown, dim or dark in color, which is that word shachar in Hebrew, where they have black, means to be dim or dark in color. All right. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. And we're signing crying right now, because Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, Egypt means bondage, slavery, to be bound up. If you go into the word Egypt, Madazarium, or they'll say Mitzrayim, all right, they'll say double straits, but it goes down to there's a dual of H4693, which means in the sense of be limited, all right, or be under siege or entrenched, being borders put around you, okay. But you go into the root of the word, tazawar, to be bound, to bind, besiege, confine. All right, and this ma means double. Matazarium, and this in plural. All right, from to bound, plural. All right, from being bound multiply, doubly. All right, which is slavery. If you're continually bound, which the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans have been, we're right now still in the hand of Esau Edom over here in America, all right, and now various places around the world, scattered around the world, in mass, okay, under the subjugation of all the other nations, but not ourselves, okay, in righteousness under Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and our righteous rulership, okay. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into bondage, slavery, double slavery, multiple slaveries, again with ships. How did we get over here to America? In slave ships. All right. By the way of I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it, your homeland, no more again. And there, wherever you've been taken to, ye shall be sold unto your enemies. They were not our friends. And how the fuck are we cool with them now? For bondmen, slave men, and bond women, and no one shall buy thee. Redeem you from the situation of being constantly sold as slaves. It's the word slave, ibad, slave, servant, okay, period. You can't get around that. Bondage, a servant, okay, we're slaves, all right, and we got over here enslaved ships. Now, this is the stuff that they hate, the truth, the receipts. Jewish control over American slavery And as you see in the list, there's a name of the ship, Abigail, owner of the slave ship, Aaron Lopez, Moses Levy, Jacob Franks, real ethnicity, Jews. The slave ship Crown, Isaac Levy, and Nathan Simpson are the owners of the slave ship, so-called Jews. Nassau, Moses Levy, four sisters, Moses Levy, Anne and Eliza, Justice Botch, and John Abrams. Prudent Betty, Henry Kruger, and Jacob Phoenix, Hester, Mordecai and David Gomez, Elizabeth, Mordecai and David Gomez, Antigua, Nathan Marston, and Abram Lyle. You can read the rest. Okay? Source: Elizabeth Donen, 4 volumes, documents illustrative of the history of the slave trade to America, Washington, D.C., 1930s, 1935, Carnegie Institute of Technology, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So these are scholarly research and pulled up records and pulled up articles and expose you. Here's another one. People got upset when I posted this last time, calling it fake and BS. Sources are listed in the image. It's real. At the height of American slavery, 78% of slave owners were ethnic Jews. 40% of the Jewish populations were slave owners, while only 35% of white Americans owned slaves. All right? So Deuteronomy 28 talks about the Israelites. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. Okay? It goes to the Israelites, all right? Telling them to, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently to the voice of the Lord thy power, to do observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. Starts telling you all the beautiful things he's going to do. But then verse 15, he tells you, if you don't do these things, I'm going to get your ass. And this is how you're going to know who's who in the end of time, all right, by these prophecies and who they affect, all right? Just to get you a couple of them, just to get the spirit of those curses. All right. Verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, you be engaged to a woman, and another man shall lie with her. They're going to lie with her first or whenever. All right. And when we were on the slave plantations, master took whatever woman that he wanted and gave it to himself, his sons, his friends, or his guests, whoever the fuck he wanted. The overseers went and took them at will. All right. No other nation can say that happened to the whole nation. Not one group of people, not one person, not one family, but the entire nation. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. We built all the goddamn houses, from the White House to the plantation house, to the factories, to the businesses, to all that shit. And nothing but whips on the back for payment, and some abominable scraps of pig chitlins, hog maws, pig ears, pig feet. All right, stuff we weren't supposed to eat. All right. Thou shalt plant a vineyard and shall not gather the grapes thereof. We planted from cotton to watermelon to grapes to figs to oranges and apples and all kind of fruits and vegetables. And guess what they gave us? Slop. All right, they give us the husks. All right, they'll give us everything that they didn't want. Take that, nigga. All right. Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. That's the slave ship. I got the big buck right here. We got Toby right now. Told me I got 100, I got 150, I got 250, I got 200, I got 200, I got 400. Look how strong he is. So I'm going to look at his teeth, open up his mouth, look at his teeth, look up his balls, look at the ball. There's 500, got 500, got 500, got 6, got 6, okay, 7, go, 750, 750, go 7, okay, we got 800, got 900, got $1,000, got $1,000 from the Abrams back in, $1,000, $1,100, 1,200 comes to 1,200. Go 1,201, go 1,200 twice. That's sold to the levies for $1,200. And thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. Give me my baby. Shut up. Pow, bitch. And there should be no might in thine hand. This is scriptures. Okay? Man, this to make you mad. Don't try to find the one about the yokes of iron. because we're the only one with those yokes of iron. And if we go back and see that the Uishes put us on them slave ships, and now they call themselves us, and then we're wrong for saying something against them and speaking up for ourselves. All right. I know I passed it up. I'm upset, so I'm going fast. Matter of fact, I'll just go. You know. All right. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, but the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. We need them for food. All right. All the stores, all the food, all the production, we have to go to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man to get. And in thirst, we know where to get our water. We get our water bottled up and packaged to us now. All this water on the earth, we got to pay for it. And in nakedness, all this fucking corrupted polyester as rayon, cotton, mixed blends of abominable clothing that is detrimental to our bodies, negative frequencies, and produces chemicals that are negative for our body. All right. And in want of all things, you name it, we got to go to the so-called white man for. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right. And we already know all the pictures of the so-called yokes of iron. All right. Let me put that in, because I can go way more with these pictures down here, showing the true dichotomy of who owned the slave ships. So it's a yoke of iron. All right. And see there you go. Who was in the yokes of iron? I still have not seen Jewishes, Arabs, Chineses, any other ethnic groups, so-called self-proclaimed, in yokes of iron. I've seen our people. Okay. It was on ours, from the southern kingdom to the northern kingdom. Okay. You're talking about readiness. Man, we ready to go to expose all the evidence, man. And that's what we do on a regular basis, Kanye. What the fuck you're talking about? You're not doing it. You're doing it deceitfully. All right? We're doing it because we're actually really literally crying out, man. We're sick and tired of this. Look at this. That's us. This matches up the scriptures, man. All right? You put it in your movies. You mock it. You glorify it. But then when we try to go ahead and share and show, the truth, that's right. Which one fits the curse? Matter of fact, I might name this one. Which one fits the curse, man? Which one fits the curse? We do. All right? The prophecies are the ones that are letting us know who we are if we truly believe these scriptures. All right? But the evidence is going to expose you all to be the wicked. All right? Deuteronomy 33:29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. Okay? The Most High is going to expose them to be the wicked, make them bare, and elevate us back to our rightful position. Hopefully it's been edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Rakakadash. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, a great millstone of GMS. Honors to all Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. With that, we're going to say Shalom and Abba Babal.